Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Talking Throttle with me, Alex. Now, this week is Vegas, baby. It's Vegas, and I am so excited to talk about my thoughts on what I think is going to happen this weekend. So, stay with me as I go through my predictions for Las Vegas. Here we go. Viva Las Vegas. Fantastic. So welcome back to another episode, guys. I mean, if you are new here, welcome. Make sure you stop this video, go onto the subscribe button and hit it for me, and make sure you like this video as well and hit the notification button just so you know when I'm coming out with some new songs. Okay? Thank you. Right. Anyway, to get straight into the episode today, obviously it's a Vegas, baby. It's race week. We have got three races. We've got three races left in the F1 calendar now, and it's starting to get intense. Okay, and not say it's only just started, it's been intense. This whole season has been intense, guys. But we have got three races left, and the battle between the two McLaren boys, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, is heating up. With Lando leading the championship, but only by a hair of his chin. And I think Piastri has what it takes to catch up with him, but we're going to have to see. But before I get into what I think will happen this weekend, let's talk about the F1 news that's actually come out this weekend, because there's a few things I want to talk about. First things first, let's talk about that new Audi car, Audi 2026, the Audi livery. It's black, it's red, it's grey. I had to think about that. I don't know why, but the livery is out. Now, me personally, I hope they mix the colours up a little bit more. I mean, I think I'm just being like a weird picky cow right now, but at the same time, I do feel like it was very symmetrical. Nothing wrong with that. It just felt like block colours on the car suddenly. Nice combination of colours, don't get me wrong, but I just thought, could have done better. However, what I am looking forward to, because I've watched a few videos on YouTube about this now, is I am so looking forward to the performance that Audi can bring to their car and to F1. I think don't be fooled at the fact that there's a new team coming in, not as much experience in F1. I understand that, but they have been so successful in other motorsports. So just watch this space for Audi, because I think despite the arrangement of colour on the car, I do think that Audi could be a competitive car this season. But who is gonna know? Nobody can tell. Time will tell, and we won't see, or we won't find out until next year. In addition to that, another thing I would like to talk about this weekend before talking about Vegas is there are still 3 seats up for grabs at a Red Bull, and I need to understand exactly why those seats have not been allocated yet, because I'm very confused. Time's ticking, as you could have, if you can't tell, time's are ticking. There's 3 races left this season, and Red Bull are yet to decide who will be sitting alongside Max Verstappen next season and who will be sitting in the Visa Cash App cars. Now, personally, I've made it clear and I've made it very obvious in my previous podcast that I think Isaac Hadjar is the one for that seat, whether he wants to go into it or not, because F1 knows that second Red Bull seat hasn't brought the most success to drivers that have sat in it in the past couple of years. But Isaac Hadjar, I think, in terms of rookies this season and in terms of overall driver performance, he is someone that has stood out to me, even achieving a podium, I believe in Hungary, I think, if I remember correctly. So anything can happen. I mean, it could quite possibly still be Liam Lawson. I know he was quite a favourite when he came into Red Bull in the first place. And then you've also got Yuki Tsunoda, who I think, in my opinion, may have passed his time a little bit. And it may be best for us to, open the door to a rookie driver, someone that you can see in that seat, not just for the next 2 years, but for the next 5. Like, they've got to think long term at this point. But that's just my opinion. Let me know if you agree or not. Not talk about the controversy that happened last week with Ferrari. I think it was last week anyway. It was after the last Grand Prix, where the CEO of Ferrari, in other words, basically said that Lewis and Charles should stop moaning. The engineer's fine, the car is fine, the issue is them, and they just need to stop chatting crap and drive. In essence, shut up and drive. Now, that obviously did not come across well. Obviously, fans, that was not taken well by fans. If you go into the Ferrari Instagram page now and you go into the comment section, you will just see a colossal amount of hashtags out and out. Now, I agree, because it's evident, especially this season in particular. I mean, in the past 20 years, Ferrari haven't had much success, the odd win here and there, but that's about it. This is a team I would say is living in the glory days. However, they have 2 stellar drivers, and I would argue 2 of the best drivers on the grid, full stop. And they still can't get it right. And the fact that you can't get it right and you're blaming your drivers is crazy to me. I would say crazy and chaotic at the exact same time, but you know, here we are. So yeah, I think Ferrari needs they need to shut up and drive. He needs to lead by example. Even Jenson Button commented on it on X, saying maybe he should lead by example and just, you know, shut up. Because it's true. I mean, I think Ferrari could start seeing success only if they listen to their drivers, though. I know that Lewis Hamilton has been heavily involved with some meetings that most drivers probably wouldn't be a part of. But Lewis is in there because he wants to show that, you know, these are my notes, these are what I've learned about the car, these are the improvements we need to make. And it doesn't seem like Ferrari are listening, but they should. So anyway, now let's get into the reason that we're kind of all here. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know about me. I don't know what the reason why I'm here. Let's talk about Vegas, baby. That's what I want to talk about. So Vegas is one of those races that means I have to wake up at a stupid time. Shout out to the Australian and the Asian fans though, because you guys probably have to do that a lot. Sorry guys. But either way, it's an early start for the Grand Prix. Now I'm gonna put my hands up here, my little paws. I know that Vegas is a race that's probably, this is the third year that we're, you know, racing in Vegas. I remember when they brought it in, but I haven't watched it before. No. So I'm not familiar with this race. I'm not familiar with this type of track. Obviously, I know it's a street circuit. I would argue, could it be a similar circuit to Singapore? But that's just me thinking about that logically, not because I've read or anything or seen anything. So maybe, but one thing I do know for sure is that, you know, it's going to be the McLaren boys fighting it out. And another thing I wanted to point out, right? Last week, I spoke about Max and how he had new engine, and that basically improved his performance entirely. Now, I was watching back at a podcast that I did on here a couple of weeks ago, and I seen a clip of me talking about Red Bull again, where they also put in a new engine, and that then caused the car to go quicker. I want to say it was Singapore, but I'm not 100% sure. But this isn't the first time this season that Red Bull have had to put in a new engine, and that's like boosted the performance of the car. So maybe the issues with Red Bull this season has been the engines. Maybe they'll be changing those. That's interesting, considering the changes that are coming to engines next year. I wonder. Anyway, that's not the point. That is nor here nor there. So, after all of that, I think it's going to be McLaren's fighting for it as normal. I would like to see Piastri kind of win, but or at least get more points than Norris in this case. But I do think Norris has been showing incredible performance recently, so there's no fin for me to think or suggest logically that Norris is not going to do it again. So I expect a Norris win. I'm hoping to get Piastri in the top 3, please, Lord. Just get him in there a few times. I don't know why I keep touching my hair today, by the way. But I'll keep doing it. But anyway, I don't know if Piastri is going to get up to the top 5. I hope to God that he does. Same with the Ferraris as well. But I've also said in the past couple of weeks, we're going to see something from Ferrari, and I'm just so tired of even thinking about it at this point. I think I am so beyond it. I just... It is what it is, Pim. It is what it is. Anyway, what I am excited for, though, is to talk about the race next week, Tuesday. And we've got 3 weeks on the track of racing now, but this is the final 3 weeks. It really is the final countdown, and I don't feel comfortable with this, but I do hope that when this season does end, that you stick with me for the content that I have in mind and planned for the end of the season. But nonetheless, if you have got to the end of this video, then I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you like, and if you want to comment down there, comment away. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch all of you next week when we talk about what happens in Viva Las Vegas. See you later.
Viva Las Vegas.